Ladies and gentlemen, hey, hi, how you doing? Welcome back to the channel. Thank you so much for stopping by. Of course, here in Season 3 of Warzone, Verdansk is back. If you're like me, you've been spending a whole lot of time getting used to the map again, passing by buildings in various areas, recalling your favorite moments from Warzone 1, the best battles, maybe areas where you choked or ran a helicopter into a light pole. It happens to the best of us, all right? One thing that's been pretty apparent though so far is some of the updates, some of the changes to Verdansk, some entirely new things, but then also some things that were actually taken away from our later versions of Verdansk. And today, I wanted to break down a handful of upcoming expected content updates, not just to the Verdansk map itself, but to Warzone and Call of Duty as a whole, because they've actually teased quite a few things, both in-game and then also just officially confirmed things as well, with what to look out for in the coming days and weeks. Presumably, we're going to actually see several new updates to Verdansk before we even hit the mid-season update, where we're actually going to see more significant updates to the map, like opening up the interior of train station, adding in the moving train, so on and so forth. Now, one thing you might have noticed as you've been running around Verdansk getting into various gunfights is the lack of ascenders in certain areas. This was obviously something we had a lot of back during Warzone 1, particularly during Verdansk 84. We saw a lot added in, but we even got some in the later seasons of Modern Warfare as well. And currently, there just aren't that many on Verdansk. And there's been a lot of people asking, you know, what's going on here? I played in Plunder and I was able to zip line on the outside of this building, but then I jump into Battle Royale and I can't. What's going on there? Well, the devs did actually confirm, and I think this kind of went under the radar for a lot of players. The devs actually confirmed that when Verdansk first launches, it was going to be in an extremely basic way, essentially. It was going to be the sort of bare bones version of the map without many upgrades, like, for instance, ascenders being placed, just to see what the core gameplay was going to be like and sort of really bring it back to its roots of when Warzone first started. And these ascenders weren't really something we had a ton of. They ended up saying with exterior ascenders, these were going to be updated throughout the season. They say ropes up to a yellow L-shaped metal overhang attached to a deck, balcony, or rooftop exterior are planned for the inclusion of Verdansk. Nowadays, these are a part of the regular maneuvering and movement experience, but exterior ascenders were completely absent from the original game, and they didn't actually arrive in Modern Warfare until Season 5, almost 5 months after launch. So like I said, they wanted to go back to bare bones original Verdansk, and that's why we're missing so many of them so far. However, they also went on to say this: to maintain the classic feel of Verdansk, expect no exterior ascenders to be available at launch in Battle Royale, hence why we do have them in Plunder and whatnot, except for in a few very particular areas where a rival team could exploit the verticality of a building to reach a power position that was impossible to overrun. Yes, that means the stadium will be getting ascenders. Almost everywhere else, gameplay will be focused on other means of traversal, just like players did 5 years ago. Then, as Season 3 progresses, exterior ascenders are scheduled to be added to Verdansk in Battle Royale modes in the same locations you remember them. Plunder will have all of them from the start of Season 3. So they actually detail this a little bit differently. Like, they clearly outline and confirm that the train station interior and the moving train and stadium are all coming with the mid-season update, whereas with ascenders, they just mention, hey, these will be coming as Season 3 progresses. So it's possible that with like some of the upcoming playlist updates and whatnot, we start to see these added to the map, and that's obviously going to change up gameplay in several areas of the map, where we see new and old ascenders added in to help out with traversal across various different buildings and areas of engagement. Now, obviously, ascenders are an officially confirmed change coming to the map. We also have a new teaser that players have discovered in-game for another new map update that's to come here, presumably in the near future. Could be Season 3 Reloaded, could be Season 4, we really don't know, but shout out to Killer Stidge over on Twitter. I believe they were the first person to actually go through and point this out. I actually saw this tweet come across my timeline, and on Verdansk right now, you may be able to stumble across what is a closed off red door. Now, you may recall prior to Verdansk releasing, it was rumored and it was leaked via the Ghost of Hope, I believe, that red doors were going to be returning to Verdansk in a future update. If you played back during Cold War Warzone, you may recall you could walk through these and teleport you into the sky, so it'd be like a quick means of escape, or you could just mess around with your enemies and completely confuse them by walking through one of these and then appearing somewhere else, right? But of course, that was just a leak. It was not official. But now it's being teased in-game via closed off with like caution tape saying, hey, you can't go through these red doors yet, but presumably this is a hint that a future map update is going to include a red doors update. So that's going to be pretty interesting there and pretty fun to see how they re-implement those into gameplay. It's not all just map updates though that Call of Duty has teased or confirmed for some upcoming short-term updates here for Warzone and for Verdansk in specific. As we do continue to go through the details here, by the way, if you're new to the channel, you want to guarantee that on a daily basis, you're always in the know for COD, you never miss a thing, feel free to hit that subscribe button, turn on those post notifications, and of course, if you enjoy this video, a like rating is always seriously appreciated as well. Much like the Ascenders though, another big question has been what's going on with my thermites? What's happening there? Where's the 30 round mag for the MP5 that was teased, or the C9 that was teased? They said this content was coming and I can't find it in game. This is actually all going to be available also prior to Season 3 Reloaded, which is pretty cool. So in just a couple of weeks time, we'll have access to this via the Black Ops Tribute event. This is going to be more so a universal event that takes place across multiplayer, zombies, and Warzone. And with this, it's going to be an XP based event. You go through, you earn XP, you're able to unlock some content, and this includes new actual equipment and upgrades for Warzone gameplay that's going to be pretty useful. So not only is this going to have the nail gun as a special weapon, so that'll be debuting before Season 3 Reloaded, it's also going to have the C9 10mm 30 round mag attachment, that aftermarket part, that'll be included in this. The thermites are also going to be available in this. You can obviously see those on the menu right now, and we talked about this recently in a patch notes video, but there's been a lot of confusion. How do you unlock the thermites? I can't see them there. It says they're locked for me. I've leveled up. What's going on? They're not in the armory. These are going to be available through this event as well. There's also going to be the Death Machine score streak in multiplayer and zombies, the Close Shave multiplayer perk, and then also the John Black Ops Operator, which is kind of like another Rose skin in a sense. This one though will be easy to access through the event. It's not going to require the $30 black sell, right? So this event is coming up here. It's actually going to be starting on April 17th and then lasting until May 1st, which may actually be the Season 3 Reloaded date. We're going to have to wait and see. But yeah, just a couple of weeks time, we're going to have access to even more gameplay content here for Verdansk, for Warzone, and then even a little bit for multiplayer as well. Another hot topic that's been going around since the launch of Season 3 is what exactly happened to the blueprint customization feature they were talking all about. As you may recall in the initial Season 3 reveal blogs, they said that a blueprints / skins customization feature was going to be debuting. Funny enough, we actually had this in Black Ops 6 the very first day the game came out, and then they deleted it and they never said anything about it ever again until it resurfaced in this roadmap and on the blog and everything, saying that you can go through and customize your weapons attachments with the various blueprint skins. So if there's an underbarrel, blueprint that you have that has a cool looking skin on it, you could use that and then mix and match it with your blueprint stock customization there, and then do a barrel that's got a different look to it and sort of like Frankenstein your weapons together, a feature that we've had in COD before for what it's worth. And they said this was going to be coming with Season 3, and as I'm recording this video, it's not there. And it seems like this was pushed back later on into the season because it's mentioned in the blog post, it's mentioned in the patch notes, it's just not live in game. So maybe there was some confusion with the release time for this, that just wasn't communicated well throughout the studios, or something happened with the initial launch update that caused some problems here, but it's still being planned. It seems like it's just going to be pushed back later on into Season 3, it seems. So we're still waiting on that to debut, or that, I guess, to return, since technically it was already in the game. But yeah, they didn't like forget about it by any means. It's just currently not live yet. It's yet to come here in Season 3. And then lastly, while mostly all the stuff we've talked about today is stuff that's going to be coming up in the next few days or weeks, there's actually a new bit of content you can access right now via another new promotional collab. I always try and let you guys know when there's like bonus content in game, rare things to collect, because I know quite a few of you who are subscribed to the channel do enjoy that type of stuff. And right now, Little Caesars is running yet another promotion with Call of Duty, specifically themed around Warzone. You can get another new skin for the Kane Operator. It's kind of like reskinned from the original Little Caesars skin that came out when Black Ops 6 first launched. You can get this and then also some double XP by going through the Little Caesars in-app, doing a challenge there, then redeeming your receipt, similar to how you do it with some of the other promotions there. So if you're looking for some pizza and you want a cool skin in game to go along with it, it's kind of the best of both worlds situation here, if I'm being honest, right? But yeah, safe to say, Season 3 is only just getting started, and before we even have our next major update with Season 3 Reloaded, we've got even more pretty promising updates inbound, at least from the content standpoint. Obviously, we're going to see plenty of bug fixes and gameplay changes and other adjustments like that in patch notes here and there. I'll be keeping you guys in the know for everything going on, though, of course, on a daily basis. So if you want to stay up to date, feel free to hit that subscribe button and turn on those post notifications. And if you enjoy this video, drop a like on your way out. It's always seriously appreciated. But once again, thank you so much for tuning in. And until next time, take it easy, have an awesome rest of your day, and I'll catch you later. Peace out.